shaken yet standing firm.
I was not built to break.
This is Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.
For the Record is brought to you by Vamped Motors, the only authorized Ford and Toyota dealership serving the Cayman Islands. Coca-Cola, available across the Cayman Islands from Tortuga Distributors. Accept no substitutes. Taste the feeling with Coca-Cola. Brand Source Home Gallery, inspiring luxury. MedLab in Smith Road Plaza, your complete medical laboratory solution. Call 949-7331. West Bay Pharmacy, taking care of your health. And RF Group, money at work.
This is For the Record with Ort Connor.
Coming to you live from Radio Cayman Studio.
For the record.
For the record. For the record.
Hear from your government officials, independents, and the opposition on issues that matter to you.
For the record.
Engage in an open dialogue between residents and lawmakers.
For the record.
For the record. For the record.
Informative, impartial, insightful.
This is your talk show.
1-800-534-8255. Your calls, your input. This is For the Record. And now, your host, Ort Connor.
Good morning, O land of soft, fresh breezes and verdant trees so fair. That could only be the Cayman Islands. Today is Wednesday, the 24th day of November 2021, right here in the Cayman Islands. I hope and I trust that everyone had a restful, peaceful, enjoyable evening. Those of you who are on the roads of the Cayman Islands, again, we urge you to please be extremely cautious, whether you're a cyclist, a pedestrian, or operating any type of motorized vehicle. Remember to observe the rules of the road. And if for some reason you don't know the rules of the road or you forgot them after you took your written and road examination for your driving, if you've forgotten them, then go back and rehearse them again. Look at them, understand what it means, what you should be doing, when the fact that you shouldn't be tailgating other vehicles that are in front of you, that you should be aware of your surroundings, give yourself an out when you're driving. That means you don't cluster yourself up amongst other cars unless it's bumper-to-bumper traffic and you're going slow. That's a different story altogether. But you constantly see drivers tailgating other vehicles and knowing quite well that it can't go anywhere because there are other vehicles in front of that vehicle as well. So if you're forgotten the rules of the road, if you're unfamiliar with them, please familiarize yourself with them again. And not only familiarize yourself with them, but also observe the rules. Because you know what? Do you know what, folks? That life that you save by doing that may just simply be your own. Those of you who are celebrating a birthday today, we want to wish you a happy birthday, and particular special birthday greetings going out to a huge Radio Cayman fan, Mr. George Gillette. He's 72 years of age today, and Miss Susan, at some point in time during when the music is being played, I think he wants Radio Cayman to play for him either My Way by Dean Martin or Frank Sinatra. So when the music starts to play, I'm sure, Mr. Gillette, that Radio Cayman will oblige you and play that song for you as well. So those of you who are celebrating a birthday today, we want to wish you a happy birthday, or if you celebrated one over the past few days, a belated happy birthday as well. For those of you who have lost loved ones, again, we want to express our sincere condolences to you. We hope and we trust that your faith will help to carry you through these very challenging times, and that the memories of your loved ones will be a blessing as well. And I understand that over in Bosun Bay that they're getting that Christmas, what we call a Christmas breeze, that they're getting the Christmas breeze down in Bosun Bay. I'm sure that there are other points throughout the island where you're getting that nice breeze this morning as well. And I say to you, enjoy it. Get out there and inhale some of that nice sea breeze rather than staying indoors and inhaling that reconditioned air as well. So, folks, I want to thank you for allowing Radio Cayman and, by extension, For the Record, into your homes, into your vehicles as you traverse the busy roads of the Cayman Islands, into your places of work, wherever that may be. As you know, For the Record is a show produced by the staff and management of Radio Cayman, and it is geared towards keeping you abreast of issues as they arise and play out on the local, regional, and international scene. I am your host, Art Connor, and you're welcome to join me every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 7:30 a.m. until 10 a.m. During that period, our phone lines are open, and if she's not on vacation, she's right there in that control room, that beautiful radio voice of Miss Susan Watson. You can call us on our toll-free number provided courtesy of Flow. That toll-free number, 1-800-534-8255. You can also call us on 949-8037 and 949-6990. Email us at fortherecord, one word, fortherecord@candw.ky. WhatsApp us, 925-3261. And, of course, you can follow us on YouTube simply by subscribing to Radio Cayman live stream. No guests in the studio this morning, so we're going to have lots to talk about. And curious to know, tomorrow is Thanksgiving in the United States of America. So, other countries who are impacted by the United States also celebrate it, and I'm sure that those U.S. citizens abroad will celebrate it in whatever country that they're in, including the Cayman Islands as well. So if you have something to be thankful for today, why don't you express that to us? Let us know. We're always talking about the things that we don't like and things that we feel that we should have. How about telling us about some of the good things, the things that you do have, what you're thankful for, as well. Yeah, we're coming up to that time of the year, Christmas, where we celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ, and we share gifts and pleasantries with everyone. So let's talk positive as well and talk about some of the things that you are indeed thankful for as well. So I'm going to start off by giving you the COVID-19 update in the Cayman Islands, and this was at 8 a.m. on Tuesday the 23rd, yesterday the 23rd, and the Chief Medical Officer, Dr. John Lee, reported that 1,382 PCR tests had been conducted. Since Monday, Public Health Department reported 192 positive results from these tests. One of those positives was from a traveler and 191 from the community. These results brought the number of active cases of COVID-19 in the Cayman Islands to 4,045 as of 8 o'clock on Tuesday, the 23rd of November. The total number of cases recorded since the start of the pandemic stood at 6,283. There were 29 COVID-19 patients hospitalized in the Cayman Islands at 8 a.m. yesterday. Up to that point, 4,633 persons in the Cayman Islands were in isolation, either at a government isolation facility, or at home. Public Health Department also confirmed that up to 8 a.m. on Tuesday, there had been 1,691 total positive lateral flow tests since the introduction of lateral flow tests program in the Cayman Islands, which also included which are also included in the total positive numbers that were given before. As far as the BRAC is concerned, as of 8 a.m. on Tuesday, the 23rd of November, Faith Hospital confirmed that there were 22 active cases in the sister islands, with one COVID positive individual identified in the previous 24 hours. To date, there had been 108 total cases recorded in the sister islands, with 86 having received out of the total number of cases in the sister islands. 56 were fully vaccinated, 6 were partially vaccinated, and 46 were unvaccinated. Vaccination clinics were also closed on Monday as well. I have there are more COVID-19 statements that are and press releases, and I will share those with you as well. But we do have a caller, so let's go to the phone lines. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, Lucy. I had to be your first caller.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Very good.
Nothing wrong with being the first. What is it? The early bird catches the worm, right?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We have the Christmas breeze up here in Town too, you know.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we had it from last night. Actually, it was really good.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man, that was awesome. First of all, I want to say happy birthday to George Chalet. I know he's listening. I promise you, George, I'll get you a macaroni and cheese before weekend or by weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone that has my macaroni and cheese enjoy it and wants it over and over and over.
Okay, and you use the fresh cheese as opposed to the macaroni and cheese that is packaged?
I do use the but I enhance it with that by using that as well.
Okay.
But the secret ingredient is the Scotch bonnet.
Oh, wow. That's a new one.
Yeah, honestly, it's awesome. You can make it as hot as you want it, or you can just get the flavor if you want. But it is really, really delicious. And I bake it, like how everybody else do it, like how Miss Coney used to do it. Yeah. So it comes out really, really nice. Second of all, from that note now, I am thankful for everything that I have. But I've noticed now that the cruise ships will start coming next month.
Is it next month or next year?
Next month.
Next month. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I got inside information this morning.
Okay.
But, I think it's the 18th or 20th of next month. Yeah, 20th of next month. And I think it's a Holland American line.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens now that we have opened up somewhat to travelers within the next 2 weeks, to how those numbers start to shape up, and then that will give some indication. But also if we look at what's happening in other countries, when you end up with recurrent surges afterwards, then if that happens,
The article went on to say that they have met the criteria that for phase 4 here, meaning that all are vaccinated on the ship. They say with the exception of one who was unable, because of his illness, to take the vaccine. That person, they say, will not be allowed on our shores.
Okay.
And the ship capacity will only be at 50% total capacity for social distancing reasons and so forth. And they have to do a lateral flow test within the Cayman waters, you would say. So all are vaccinated on the cruise ship, and they're coming.
Okay. Yep. Well, we'll see what happens there. But thanks for sharing that inside information with us as well.
You're welcome.
Okay, folks, we're going to take our first commercial break. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series, brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. The Cayman Islands, He hath founded it upon the seas.
Merle Adina Connolly, 1919-2000. Miss Merle Connolly was the daughter of Eleonora and Benoni Connolly. She was married to Samuel Chesley Connolly and had a family of 4 children. She spent much of her life in church of the Women's Fellowship, Sunday school teacher, elder, and president of the Christian Endeavor Society. Miss Merle enjoyed providing encouragement and advice to young people in East End. Christian Endeavor afforded her the opportunity to introduce young people to the arts. Among other activities, she directed plays and taught craft and sewing. She was certified in craft, especially plating silver thatch to make baskets and other articles. Her work was highly sought after by tourists and residents alike. She also enjoyed cooking and preparing traditional East End foods, such as stewed conch and heavy cakes, to assist with fundraising for the church and community projects. She touched the lives of all those with whom she came in contact with.
Radio Cayman's Historical Vignettes was brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects.
Your chance to win the grand prize of $40,000, $4,000 second prize, 6 $1,000 prizes. Your chance to change your fortune is almost here. Your ticket, your chance, this Saturday, November 27th. The Rotary Central Music Extravaganza. Get your tickets now. Get your chance today. Rotary members, authorized ticket sellers, eventpro.ky, A.L. Thompson's Home Depot, Funky Tangs, Rubis Walkers Road, supermarkets across Cayman, Price Right, Rotarian Annie Rose in Cayman Brack, and more. Thank you for supporting your community through Rotary Central. Rotary Central Cayman Islands, registered not-for-profit number 232. Rotary Central. Serve to change lives.
We think it's time you crossed over to a new vehicle. And with the 2021 Toyota Corolla Cross now at Vamt Motors, you have plenty of reasons to make the switch. The crossover body and hybrid engine is a sleek design in a sturdy structure with a spacious interior that opens to extensive cargo space. Stuck in traffic? The high-performance self-charging hybrid system automatically switches between gas and electric vehicle mode, helping you lower both fuel costs and carbon emissions. The Corolla Cross has full LED lighting inside and out, an integrated display audio system with energy monitor, and a dual-zone climate control system to ensure comfort for all. Test drive the new 2021 Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid today at Vamt Motors, Walkers Road.
West Bay, home to Barkas National Park, the touristy flair, a family community, a political powerhouse. From sports enthusiasts to car aficionados, affection for silver thatch rope. No matter how far you may venture, West Bay will always be where the heart is. Home will always be in West Bay. West Bay Pharmacy, caring for your home and your family. West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers. Convenient, quality care is just around the corner.
Had a look at those investment options yet? Too busy. Look at today. Workout, breakfast, take the kids to school, back-to-back meetings, take Pepper to the vet, and she's apparently got allergies now, so... And that was all before 12. But you look relaxed.
That's because my money's as busy as you.
With RF, you can access the best in local and international investments to keep your money busy, so you can spend more time focusing on you. Contact us at rfgroup.com to find out more. RF, money at work.
For medical lab services in Cayman, go straight to MedLab. blood test, x-ray and mammogram. All of that is MedLab. Affordable fees and friendly service, a full professional team. MedLab is always comfortable, MedLab is always clean. For medical lab services in Cayman, MedLab.
Call 949-7331 and ask about MedLab's new state-of-the-art digital mammogram machine.
Make your house into a home. Welcome to Brand Source Home Gallery, your source for premium products and a premium experience. We'll design and install your dream kitchen with crafted cabinets, complemented with elegant appliances. We'll fill it with quality houseware and cookware. Custom-designed closet and storage solutions organize and beautify any area. And with the finest bedding, you'll get a perfect night's sleep knowing Brand Source Home Gallery has everything you need to make your house a home.
System 1 loaded.
1-800-534-8255. What is on your mind when it comes to the government, independence, and the opposition? Issues that matter to you. 1-800-534-8255. Waiting to hear from you. For the Record.
This is For the Record with Ort Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We have 2 callers on hold, so let's go straight to the phone lines. First caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Hello, Osi. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
Well, first of all, I want to make 2 comments. I want to give God thanks for allowing us to see another day, and thank God I'm still COVID-free.
That's good. That's good.
So far, I guess, well, you can say thank God we made this far, and I want to wish George Gillette a happy birthday. It's coming from me and Miss Charlene, because I think she has a phone problem, so she might not get to call in. So I'm calling on her behalf. George, we want to congratulate you for living to see another year. And we're working at that secret dish that we have for you, but we can't put it on the air because I know by the time I put it on the air, my door wouldn't be cast, wouldn't stay closed. They might beat me to George's dish. and I know George not going to be happy about that because he'll tell me, please, he tells me, he said, remember that it belongs to George Gillette. Don't get that wrong. So we want to wish him a happy birthday and hope he may live to see many more.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. And tell Charlene that sophisticated phone that she has, she better learn how to use that.
I know. I got send her to computer lessons.
Okay. That's going to be her Christmas gift, right?
Her grandnephew, who is only 2 years old, is teaching her how to work the phone. Okay? So she'll get it one of these days.
Okay. All right. You take care. Stay safe. Let's grab the next caller. Good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, Mr. Connor.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. COVID-free. Thanks, by the grace of God.
Excellent. Good. Great.
That booster shot, I think, helps a lot. I got mine when I was in Florida.
Okay.
Few things this morning.
How was your reaction? Any adverse reaction to the booster?
I didn't have any for the first 2 when I got them here. Mm-hmm. The only thing happened in Florida was my arm was a bit sore for about half an hour, half a day, I guess. Mm-hmm. But it went right away. So I didn't have any other effects.
Okay, that's good.
But I do believe that that has helped me tremendously because I had to go to the last weekend, or weekend before last, for my cousin's funeral, and I mingled with all my brackers, and I'm still COVID-free, so thank God for that.
That's good. Yeah, yes.
I trust you are too.
Yes, and still observe all of the protocols, wear my mask, keep my distance from people that I don't know and haven't been around as well. And you have to hope and trust also that those persons that you do know are doing the same thing, because it's a whole chain. And they say, a chain is as strong as its weakest link. And if you hit that weak link in there, then that's it.
That's for sure. Incidentally, all of the protocols pertaining to safe COVID action was implanted in me. I was in Florida with my brother there. You know about it because I had to call in a couple of times. Mm-hmm. I was there 3 months, and let me tell you, the only time I didn't wear a mask was inside of the apartment. And I stayed there by myself all that time. So I do the same thing here.
Yep. Yes.
You know, it's funny. George Solet is a member of the Seafarers Association, and for some reason I never did. You know, all I have to do is press a button on the computer, and his name pops up.
Okay.
And I should know his birthday. I always thought the guy was older than I am, but my God, I'm a year older than he is. So happy birthday, George. I have a few things, if you would allow me to.
Okay. We have about 3 minutes before we go to our 8 o'clock news. Hope we can cover it all then. If not, if we have to interrupt you, then we'll ask you to come back on afterwards.
I should be able to.
Okay.
There are a couple of upcoming things. On the 3rd of December, from 1 to 4 p.m., the Coast Guard is hosting 100 of the seafarers. They will be given invitations at their headquarters in Newlands. It's like a storytelling social event. So food will be served, conch and the usual Cayman style thing. That's on the 3rd of December.
Okay, got that.
The next day is our annual social, which we also have that. Once you have a ticket, you can win prizes. That's the 4th, and I've checked with government, and they're saying that I'm allowed 100 people inside the hall and 200 outside. So I've ordered my usual large tent. So 200 will be outside. After that, then we have to close off. So hopefully, if you have a ticket, please get one. If you have a ticket already and you come to the function, please come early, because after the 200 outside and then we're inside, we're going to close off.
Got you. Okay.
And then on the 7th of December, by the way, Ms. Levine will be catering that. And we have three main dishes this year instead of 2.
Okay.
And of course, JR will be playing, so for the dance and the And
the 7th of December, you said we have.
No, the 7th of December. there was a book being edited by the Catboat Club.
Okay.
It has been in the making for 23 years, and it's now completed. Mrs. Susie Soto has graciously taken over the project and completed the project. It's called Caymanian Turtles and Schooners. And she will do a presentation of the book on the 7th. I don't know the time yet, but she will also send out invitations to the various seafarers at the National Gallery. And then on the 21st of December, she will have a book signing ceremony at the Hartwell Theatre. Again, she hasn't sent us the time, but I want the seafarers to be reminded of those dates. Are you invited too, of course?
Certainly, yeah. I'll try my best to be there. So I have them the December 3rd, 4th, 7th, 21st, and I've written everything down, and I will continue to remind the public of those dates as well. We're going to be on For the Record until the 17th of December. That will be the last date for the Record for the year, 17th. I have to leave you quickly now because we've reached the top of the hour. Folks, please stay tuned. For the Record, we'll be back immediately after the 8 o'clock news.
Thank you, Mr. Connor. And studio time now by Foster's is 8 o'clock.
Have you got everything sorted for the party?
I sure do. Venue's booked, invites have been sent, and catering hasn't been ordered.
Don't stress. I always order my catering from Foster's, and they have a new menu packed with everything from wings and empanadas to Vietnamese lettuce wraps, a build-your-own taco platter, along with vegan and gluten-free options.
And for something sweet, I'll order a cake from Foster's Bakery. Done.
Plus, it's super easy to order everything online. Just go to fosters.ky/catering. Foster's. Better catering because we care.
The 8 a.m. news is proudly sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. For further information, please visit chamberpension.ky.
Do you know how well your pension plan performed? Attend the Chamber Pension Plan's annual general meeting to stay informed and find out how you can achieve your desired retirement lifestyle. Members are invited to meet our trustees and take part in our question and answer segment on 1st December 2021 at 6:30 p.m. at the Chamber of Commerce Boardroom in Governors Square. Refreshments will be served. Please visit our website chamberpension.ky or email admin@pensions.ky for further details. The Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. We're here for you.
For today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
With your latest news, I'm Carsley Fuller. The government is looking to upgrade its submarine cable system. In a request for proposals posted on government's bonfire procurement site, the Ministry of Planning, Agriculture, Housing and Infrastructure is looking for, quote, qualified professional consulting firms to conduct a high-quality commercial and technical feasibility pre-investment study. It will be into the renewal of the international telecommunications infrastructure supporting the Cayman Islands. The RFP says the study will, quote, underpin a proposed investment by the government into renewing and modernizing the structure through the implementation of a new submarine cable infrastructure and the provision of associated services. The deadline to apply is December 16th. Later this morning, students from 6 schools will be going head-to-head at the 38th Annual Lions Club of Grand Cayman Secondary Spelling Bee. This follows Tuesday's primary school edition, which featured competitors from Calvary Baptist Christian Academy, Creek and Spot Bay Primary, East End, Edna Moyle, Red Bay, Joanna Clark, Thiel and McCoy Primary, Cayman Academy, and Montessori by the Sea. MBTS grade 5 student Eva Collins had a blast competing.
The spelling bee was a lot of fun, and especially the preparing. And I had all my friends that you can practice with the quiz, and you learn new words and the definitions. And it's kind of cool to learn the origin, too, because you never really knew that that word was French. It's kind of like the history of it.
Her teacher, Chad Pollard, tells Radio Cayman it was a fabulous event, and he was very impressed by all the students competing, adding that they were well prepared.
Improved on their critical thinking skills, helped them understand etymologies, root words, and it was just a well-organized event, well worth going to.
Make sure to keep it locked to Radio Cayman this week as we bring you the results from both events. And if you got some holiday packages and post coming in or going out, CIGTV's Donna Bush has some quick info for you.
Opening hours at some Grand Cayman post offices will be reduced from December 1st until further notice. The post offices are Hell Post Office in West Bay and the Northside Post Office, which will both open at 8 a.m. and close at 12 noon daily. The Boddentown and East End post offices will open in the afternoons from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Now, the reduced hours are necessary because of staff shortages, notably COVID-19 related. The new hours are expected to be temporary. Postal Service officials apologizes for any inconvenience the reduced hours may cause residents.
Now with a check of international news, here's the BBC, which will take us out of the newscast. I'm Carsley Fuller from Radio Cayman's newsroom.
BBC News with Moira Alderson. A spacecraft has launched on a mission to test technology that could one day divert a dangerous asteroid if it was heading for a collision with the Earth. A rocket carrying NASA's DART spacecraft blasted off from the Vandenberg base in California. It will target a rock which is 11 million kilometres away. The French and Real Madrid footballer Karim Benzema has been given a 1-year suspended sentence after being found guilty of involvement in attempted blackmail. In 2015, Benzema was part of a conspiracy which tried to extort money from a former France teammate, Mathieu Valbuena, over a compromising sex tape. A senior member of the Taliban in Afghanistan, Anas Haqqani, has called on all sides in the 2-decade conflict to forgive each other. But in a BBC interview, Anas Haqqani insisted that the US was the main cause of the hostilities. China has objected to an American invitation to Taiwan to take part in a virtual summit for democracy next month. Beijing says Taiwan is part of its own territory and has no right to attend international events. The Sudanese Prime Minister has announced a review of all appointments that were made during his detention following last month's coup. Abdullah Hamdouk, who was reinstated to his post on Sunday, also ordered an end to the dismissals of officials. Sweden's parliament has elected the country's first female prime minister, the Social Democrat leader Magdalena Andersson. She was previously the finance minister and replaced Stefan Löfven as head of the party after he retired earlier this month. A curfew has been imposed in the capital of the Solomon Islands after protesters burned buildings and looted shops. A building next to the Pacific Nations Parliament in Honiara was set alight. The protesters are angry at a decision to switch diplomatic recognition from Taiwan to China. That's the latest BBC News.
The 8 a.m. news is proudly sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. For further information, please visit chamberpension.ky.
Do you know how well your pension plan performed? Attend the Chamber Pension Plan's annual general meeting to stay informed and find out how you can achieve your desired retirement lifestyle. Members are invited to meet our trustees and take part in our question and answer segment on 1st December 2021 at 6:30 p.m. at the Chamber of Commerce Boardroom in Governors Square. Refreshments will be served. Please visit our website chamberpension.ky or email admin@pensions.ky for further details. The Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. We're here for you.
Stay in touch with Radio Cayman for the latest in news and information.
Follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Download the Radio Cayman app or log on to our website, www.radiocayman.gov.ky.
Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio.
Cayman, our borders are open. It's time to welcome back families, friends, visitors, and for our communities and businesses to thrive again. Now we need to be patient with each other and work together to keep our islands safe. Get familiar with government guidance. Get vaccinated or your booster and a supply of lateral flow tests. Countries all over the world are coexisting with COVID-19. We can too. Join the Ready to Reopen movement at reopencayman.com.
For the Health of It is heard on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. and repeated on Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. It is brought to you by Holy Cross Health. Quality medical care and advanced technology with sincere compassion and understanding. Our mission is you. Call 1-954-351-5906. Email global services at holy-cross.com or visit Holy Cross Health at holy-cross.com.
It's that time of year again when our spelling bees are buzzing around with activity.
Bee, bee, bee.
Join us at the Lions Center on Wednesday, November 24th to show your support for our best young spellers during the 30th staging of the Lions Club of Grand Cayman's secondary spelling bee competition. The spell-off begins at 10:30 a.m. Don't be late. Brought to you by the Department of Education Services and the Lions Club of Grand Cayman.
The 8:10 a.m. weather report, Monday through Friday, is proudly sponsored by Pan American International Insurance Corporation. Pan American International Insurance Corporation, meeting the life, accident, and health insurance needs of individuals and businesses to ensure financial security and peace of mind. For more information, call 949-8304 or visit www.palig.com. That's PALIG.com.
Pan American Life Insurance Group can help you take your employee benefit solution to the next level. For more than 110 years, millions of people have trusted PALIG because we've always delivered on our promise. PALIG is the only insurer providing group policies to as few as 3 employees and has the ability to combine life, health, disability, and income protection to provide you and your employees with a complete employee benefits package. Let us customize your employee benefit solution today. Call us at 949-8304 or visit our office at Unit 221, Cannon Place East, North Sound Road, or visit us online at www.palig.com. Pan American Life. People you can trust for life.
Good morning. Let's take a look at the latest weather report. Current temperature is 79 degrees. Relative humidity is 82%. The barometric pressure is 29.99 inches and rising. The wind is northeast at 12 knots. Overnight low temperature was 75 degrees. Synopsis indicate moderate to fresh northeasterly winds and rough seas will continue across the Cayman area for the next 24 hours as the high-pressure system lingers over the southeast United States. Satellite images show scattered clouds over the Cayman area drifting towards the east. Now, the forecast for today calling for partly cloudy to cloudy skies with a 30% chance of showers, and temperatures will be in the low 80s today. Winds will be north to northeast at 15 to 20 knots, and seas will be moderate to rough with wave heights of 4 to 6 feet, especially along the northwest, north, and east coast. Small craft should continue to exercise caution over open water for today and tonight as well, and some swells are likely along the west coast. Tonight, pretty much the same, partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of showers and temperatures dipping to the low 70s tonight. Winds will be northeast at 15 to 20 knots, and seas will be moderate to rough with wave heights of 4 to 6 feet. Small craft should continue to exercise caution, as we mentioned, over open water for tonight as well. High tide will be this afternoon at 1:30 and low tide tonight at 8:31. The sun will set this evening at 5:44 and will rise tomorrow morning at 6:40. And the outlook is calling for a decrease in winds and seas from Friday morning as the high-pressure system weakens north of the Bahamas. That's the very latest on your weather report.
The 8:10 a.m. Weather Report, Monday through Friday, is proudly sponsored by Pan American International Insurance Corporation. Pan American International Insurance Corporation, meeting the life, accident, and health insurance needs of individuals and businesses to ensure financial security and peace of mind. For more information, call 949-8304 or visit www.palig.com. That's PALIG.com.
We at Pan American Life Insurance Group are here to help you protect your family and your income. For more than 110 years, millions of people have trusted PALIG because we have always delivered on our promise. Life insurance is not only about death, but also about living benefits. We'll help you secure the life insurance, accident and sickness disability income you need to protect you and your family. Call us today at 949-8304 or visit our office, Unit 221 Cannon Place East, North Song Road, or visit www.palig.com. Pan American Life, people you can trust for life.
During these unprecedented times, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Cayman Strong Series. The Cayman Strong Series is brought to you by Encourse Cayman. Visit encourse.ky to view a full list of wellness services and their qualified team. Encourse Cayman, health, wellness, and happiness.
Achieving your goals is a very rewarding feeling, but at times can feel very frustrating, especially if and when we miss our target. As you approach your goals in life, set yourself up for success.
When setting your goals, celebrate your progress. It's important to acknowledge progress each step of the way as you achieve your goals. Everything that you do to move in that direction gets you a little closer. Planning small rewards along the way can help to keep things interesting and give us a taste of what sweet success will be like.
Change your thinking and change your life.
During these unprecedented times, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Cayman Strong Series. The Cayman Strong Series is brought to you by Encourse Cayman. Visit encourse.ky to view a full list of wellness services and their qualified team. Encourse Cayman, health, wellness, and happiness.
These days, feelings of loneliness, anxiety, stress, and depression can be overwhelming. Just know you are not alone. Encourse Cayman offers private mental health services for children, teens, adults, and groups. Visit encourse.ky to view a full list of wellness services and their qualified team. Encourse Cayman, health, wellness, and happiness.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today.
Good morning once again. Let's take a look what's happening on the roads. Heavy traffic coming from the east, especially on the Linford Pearson Highway. Busy traffic coming off of Agnes Way. And traffic is steady but flowing on Godfrey Dixon Way, and moderate flow of traffic on Eastern Avenue. And steady but flowing traffic in both directions on the West Bay Road and from the Ritz. And busy traffic coming from the east on Crew Road, and eastbound traffic on Crew Road is moving on moderately. and also moderate flow of traffic on Huldah Avenue. No issues on Edward Street as traffic is light to moderate, and light traffic on Owen Roberts Drive. And on Shedden Road, traffic flowing at a good pace, and Norristown Road, moderate flow of traffic. And other sections, a little steady but flowing traffic, but nothing to worry about too much. That's the very latest on your traffic. Join us again at about 10 minutes after 12 o'clock. We'll give you another traffic report. Have a good morning and click it or ticket.
At Subway, we caramel a lot about our customers, so we decided to give you 2 treats in one with the new Caramel Apple Cookie. Enjoy cinnamon apples, caramel bits, and salted caramel crunch baked in, and topped with a drizzle of caramel-flavored icing. Gooey, crunchy, and yummy. Complete your Subway sandwich, pizza, or salad with the delicious Caramel Apple Cookie or any other cookie flavor and dessert, available for a limited time at all Subway locations. Subway. Eat fresh.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today.
FedEx Delivery! Share this season with everyone by shipping your rum cakes and gifts with 30% off and get an additional 20% on your next shipment. Visit us. Restrictions apply.
Your chance to win the grand prize of $40,000. $4,000 second prize, 6 $1,000 prizes. Your chance to change your fortune is almost here. Your ticket, your chance, this Saturday, November 27th. The Rotary Central Music Extravaganza. Get your tickets now. Get your chance today. Rotary members, authorized ticket sellers, eventpro.ky, A.L. Thompson's Home Depot, Funky Tangs, Rubis Walkers Road, supermarkets across Cayman, Price Right, Rotarian Annie Rose in Cayman Brack, and more. Thank you for supporting your community through Rotary Central. Rotary Central Cayman Islands registered not-for-profit number 232. Rotary Central. Serve to change lives.
This is an extraordinary Black Friday at Tomlinson Furniture and the Mattress Gallery. 2 days only. Friday the 26th and Saturday the 27th of November. Huge savings on everything in stock. Up to 40% off. This is the largest sale of the year. The perfect time to replace your mattress. The perfect time to buy your bedroom sets, sofas, and anything you need for the home. This is where you get the best deals in town. So get ready for Christmas. Friday the 26th and Saturday the 27th of November. You have to hurry. It is while supplies last. Tomlinson Building on Walkers Road.
For the record, with Ort Connor.
Initiating system. For information that matter. For the record, with Ort Connor. Continues right now on Radio Cayman.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. No guests in the studio, so we have an open line for you for the entire show. And I have a Tradewinds newspaper here, November the 24th, 1966. So 55 years to the date. I will share this with you, and there's so much in here. There's one thing we on Monday, Mr. Carl Brown called in, and we're talking about Rotary as well. And there's an article here about a gentleman, Mr. Enrique Ibarra, who's the head of the Ibarra division of Rotary. And he was in charge of embracing 1,600 clubs with 60,000 members. And he came to Cayman. I'll share that with you. If you think that we didn't celebrate Thanksgiving as well, 1966, yes, article in here. Graham Thompson's Airport Lounge being advertised, as well as Thanksgiving dinner tonight, 7:30. That's the 24th of November, 1966. Buttonwood Club. That Mr. Charles Barnes, the late Charles Barnes, was the owner then, and they were having a Thanksgiving dinner there. 7 shillings per plate. 7 shillings per plate. And then there are some weddings in the in Cayman Brac that I'd like to share with you also. And I'm just mentioning these now because I'm going to come back to them if time allows. There were some weddings in Cayman Brac. I'm trying to find this one to ask Miss Susan if this would be, if anyone related to her. Yeah, here is this one, Miss Susan. You may be too young to know about this. 1966. Says last Saturday evening at 7 p.m., Miss Myra Joy Borden took as her husband Mr. Garston Donnelly Watson. The ceremony was held at the home of Mr. and Mrs. Joseph Parchment at the Point. Maid of honor was Miss Eloise Parchment. Other bridesmaids were Melba Scott and Judith Borden. Best man was Mr. Carla Parchment. And other groomsmen were Glendale Dilbert and Ashburn Dilbert. Garston Parchment. Garston Donnell Watson. Yeah, she was married to. Yes, that's Miss Susan's uncle. Okay. And the bride was given in marriage by her father, Mr. Lython Borden. Marriage officer for the occasion was the Reverend Lee King. Reception followed immediately after the wedding, and the public was invited. So that was a Cayman Brac news there. There's an article about the Pilgrim, which had to left early, short of a crew, because of the first northwester of the season coming into Cayman as well. So I have all of those things to share with you. But meanwhile, we still want to talk about COVID-19 in the Cayman Islands, because there is information that I am sure that the public will be interested in hearing. And for those of you who don't have the ability to follow it on any sort of social media links, I will share with you a transcript of the video by Chief Medical Officer Dr. John Lee discussing the overnight increase in the number of hospitalizations. And this was on Tuesday. And he starts by saying that day, some worrying news as far as he was concerned. He goes on to say that yesterday we had a total of 23 persons admitted across the islands, but today that number has climbed by 6. And the issue that is really worrying me is that a lot of these persons were older. The admissions have been spread across the Health Services Authority at Georgetown Hospital, and there are also 6 admissions at Health City. That gives a total of 29. One of those persons is ventilated. One is reporting some respiratory assistance in the form of a mask, or is requiring, some respiratory assistance in the form of a mask with some additional pressure support, and 13 are requiring additional oxygen. A total of 86% of the admissions are unvaccinated. He goes on to say that you'll recall there's been a press release saying that there have been a number of cases picked up at the Pines, and one of the admissions yesterday was someone from the Pines. He goes on to say that it gives him a pause for thought, and he wishes from his side to remind all of us how vulnerable the elderly can be with regards to COVID, whether they have been vaccinated or not. Not only, of course, the elderly, but also persons with other additional diseases which puts them at a greater risk. In particular, with these groups of people, please remember to wear your masks, to avoid hugging them, Avoid embracing them. Keep to your hand hygiene, and of course, keep to distancing when you can. If you have access to lateral flow tests, it's also a good idea. If you're going to do a visit, to just check that you're negative before you make that journey to go and visit any person who's vulnerable. He goes on to say that I've seen a lot of people with masks in their community, and I'm afraid to say also at work, who will remove their masks in order to speak, to be heard clearly. That's absolutely not the right thing to do. Your mask needs to be on when you are speaking. That's one of the at-risk times when you're more likely to disperse any virus. So keep your mask over your nose and mouth, including when you're speaking and including when you're in meetings. These are all times when you are at greater risk, when there are gatherings of people and you may cause a transmission event. So that's the additional news from advice given by Dr. John Lee. And there's a video that is posted on that, and I'm sure that you can find that either on the Health Services Authority's website or the government website as well, for those of you who would want to access that. Other news to share with you. This one is extremely interesting, and it has to do with Jamaica. I hope yes, here I can find it, yeah, because we're still getting a lot of pushback as far as the vaccine is concerned. And the JMDA, docs undermining vaccine drive, will be reported. So the Jamaica Medical Doctors Association, Dr. Mindy Fitzhenley, who's the president, has said that members acting contrary, and that is those are members of the Jamaica Medical Doctors Association, that those members acting contrary to the government's COVID-19 vaccination effort by discouraging citizens from taking the jab without sound medical reasons could face sanctions. Now, some of you may think that that is draconian, but sometimes you have to take draconian measures in order to get the results that you need to get. So again, Dr. Mindy Fitzhenley, the president of the Jamaica Medical Doctors Association, has said that members acting contrary to the government's COVID-19 vaccination efforts by discouraging citizens from taking the jab without sound, and this is the caveat here, without sound medical reasons could face sanctions. So if there are sound medical reasons why a person should not take the vaccine, then there's nothing wrong with your doctors advising that. The article goes on to say last week the Jamaica Medical and Doctors Association revealed that there were specific categories of health workers who have reportedly been trying to change persons' minds when they turn up at vaccination centers to be inoculated against the deadly virus, although they did not point out any fingers at anyone. It goes on to say that Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton had also dispatched a November 10th letter to senior health officials warning that action would be taken against health workers who are found to be guilty of the practice. It is seen as a difficult situation. It says, we as a union do not actually impose sanctions, so we would have to do it. What we would have to do is refer the person to the Medical Council of Jamaica, as they are the body that would handle those matters. It is a difficult situation to be found in, but if it is that we actually have names of any of those persons for sure, and if any of them belong to our organization, they will be reported. So that's an example of Jamaica taking their association, the Medical Doctors Association, taking a strong stand and being prepared to take action or recommend action against their members if they discourage persons from taking the vaccine without sound medical reasons for not taking the vaccine. We have a caller on hold, but we have to take a commercial break, Miss Susan, so we'll take the commercial break. Caller, hang in there. As soon as we return, we will take your call.
Are you feeling sick, but don't feel ill enough to go to the doctor? Ask your pharmacist for advice. Here at West Bay Pharmacy, our pharmacists have been trained to offer helpful, easy-to-understand advice on the treatment of everyday minor ailments for yourself and all the family. Anything from headaches, cough and sore throat, to cold sores, our pharmacists will know when medical help is needed and will not hesitate to refer you to your doctor if your symptoms demand it. Like doctors, our pharmacists have a professional code, which means all personal information you give them will be treated in the strictest confidence. Visit us today at West Bay Pharmacy, where we care about your health.
What's that? No sugar, same amazing taste? Coca-Cola Zero Sugar is here to stay. Classic taste, pure satisfaction. Be sure to stop into any Tortuga location and get your own case of Coke Zero. Or grab an ice-cold one straight from the cooler. Brought to you by Tortuga Distributors Limited. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling, Cayman.
Make your house into a home. Welcome to Brand Source Home Gallery, your source for premium products and a premium experience. We'll design and install your dream kitchen with crafted cabinets, complemented with elegant appliances. We'll fill it with quality houseware and cookware. Custom-designed closet and storage solutions organize and beautify any area. And with the finest bedding, you'll get a perfect night's sleep knowing Brand Source Home Gallery has everything you need to make your house a home.
The Le Classique Black Friday sales event is on. That's right, Le Classique in the Strand Shopping Complex announces the jaw-dropping Black Friday sales event. Eye-popping deals on now. Every shoe, every bag, every backpack, every wallet is on sale at crazy Black Friday prices. The entire store is marked down 10 to 75% off.
Don't miss Le Classique's Black Friday sale this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m.
The technology sector is forecast to be one of the fastest growing industries in the next decade, with more jobs available than skilled people to fill them. Enterprise Cayman is helping to fill this void and grow the next generation of Caymanian innovators, giving young people access to high-quality learning experiences with the opportunity to pursue careers in technology and innovation sectors. Learn to code, how product development works, enter professional competitions, access high-tech resources, network with special economic zone industry professionals, and much, much more. Visit enterprisecayman.ky to find out more. Brought to you by Cayman Enterprise City. It's that time of year again when our spelling bees are buzzing around with activity.
Bee, bee, bee.
Join us at the Lions Center on Wednesday, November 24th to show your support for our best young spellers during the 30th staging of the Lions Club of Grand Cayman's secondary spelling bee competition. The spell-off begins at 10:30 a.m. Don't be late. Brought to you by the Department of Education Services and the Lions Club of Grand Cayman.
System 1 loaded.
1-800-534-8255. What is on your mind when it comes to the government, independence, and the opposition? Issues that matter to you. 1-800-534-8255. Waiting to hear from you. For the Record.
This is For the Record with Ort Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We're going straight to the phone lines as I promised. Caller, good morning, welcome. Thanks for being so patient.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
I understand that they have it in the law now that one can be fined for not wearing a mask in indoors, public places.
I would have to check that out. I'm not aware of it, but I'm being told that may not be the case.
Well, that may not be the case. I see it up on the news here that, you know.
I'll double check it. That's saying that if you in the Cayman Islands, that if you're not wearing a mask indoors, that you can be fined.
Yes, I see it on the news. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
In public places, you know, but I was wondering, you know, if that had been decided or not or whatever.
Okay, and that's on the local news that you saw that.
Yes, yes.
Okay, I'll check that out, and you know.
Because I see, you know, in shops here, I see a lot of people stacking things on the shelves and no masks and things like that. You know, they could be breathing or sneezing on things that they're putting on the shelves. And even I see checkout people's the mask on the chin eating.
Yeah, frontline staff should be wearing masks.
Yeah, but you know, I see it. Some may not. So I'm wondering if that was really in the law now that they could be fined or not.
I'll check.
Say about the fine between $250 to $1,000.
I'll check that out, sir, and I'll check that out and clarify it for you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. And while we're on that, I did have a comment earlier as well, and we heard one of our first callers this morning saying that cruise ships would be arriving next month. And while our listener had a comment and said basically, as Radio Cayman is a government-owned radio station, unofficial information does not really count and should not be encouraged. And I agree with that individual as well. But the person did say that they heard it through the grapevine, so it wasn't anything official that they heard. So you know, we have to treat that as hearsay. If it were in a court of law, that would be treated as hearsay. But always remember, in Cayman, where there is smoke, there's likely to be a little bit of fire somewhere, you know, around as well. But I do appreciate the listener pointing out that since Radio Cayman is respected for, you know, giving correct information and the news as well. So we just want to bear in mind what the caller said, that he heard it from, you know, unofficial. He didn't hear it from this news, but it was stated on For the Record by the caller that he heard it unofficially as well. But we want to thank that listener for that as well. Always good to remind us, because sometimes it you know, slips me as well. Let's grab the next caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, O.C.
Good morning. How are you?
Very well and blessed, as Dwayne should always say.
Yes.
But or not should always say. He always says it. And I hope that you're the same. I spoke to Susan, and I'm glad that she's also on again this morning. Radio Cayman brings us very good information, and I hope that they'll keep that works going at all times, that the information is correct. Now, I am pretty sure, because I go Foster's a lot. Foster's is my store.
Mm-hmm.
And both down here in West Bay, Republic, and to Camana Bay. And of everyone that I've seen packing shelves, cashiers, everybody has on a mask. They have people, security by the door, spraying hands. When you get inside, if you're going in the direction, Delhi again, they spray your hands again, and then they have sanitizing bottles right by the deli and all over the place. But what I'm calling in about is the concern I have of the many people in West Bay, especially mental people and and people that got themselves mental through drugs and what, but they're still mental.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have shelters, or they do have shelters. Families receiving money from them, and some of them are sleeping in the Rotary Club Central bus shelters, which they have 80, 90 around the island. And right by Centennial Towers, the four-way stop, every morning, OC, you drive by there, and there's somebody, some person is sleeping on, and they urinate around them, urinate in them. The beach, the West Bay Public Beach, is the same also, and now they're putting down on the West Bay Public Beach. Some sand had washed away during some weather, and now they're putting down some sand there that is, you could say, brown and marley, and they got it in piles, and they got all these stumps from trees that are cut up, and I invite people to come and see what I'm speaking about, to know that I am telling the truth, because it don't seem like we can see a politician anywhere. We don't hear them, and nobody seems to be paying attention to these people that are walking around begging. You can't even go to a shop before they're knocking on your window, and the security do a pretty good job of keeping them off. And they are, I know that they don't have vaccinated. They're not vaccinated, and their families is not seen about it. Perhaps their families don't even have it, and then you're
assuming that they're not vaccinated, but you don't have any evidence to prove otherwise.
No, OC. I know they're not, because, like I said, they're smelly, they stink. You always see the same ones, and there is one in particular that he's walking around with his pants, and he had a.
And are the churches involved in any way doing anything to help these persons who are out there like that?
No, sir.
None of the churches?
That's what gets me. This whole island is full of churches, and you're not hearing anything that the churches is even trying to help the public health workers. Give them a meal every now and then, because they are working overtime. They are tired, but they go on to try to help the people of this island. I hope and pray that God continue to give them health and strength, them and their families, and Dr. Lee, Dr. Hazel Brown, the whole staff of the HSA. I thank them very much, but I wish people would see what I am talking about. They see it, and they don't want to say anything. They ignore it. Like I said, there's one in particular that has been sick for years and years, and he had a brother in government, and it's only the two of them, and he's walking around with his, sometimes even the privates are showing, and it is so sad, OC. It is so sad. Some Sundays he's just walking around with 2 slices of bread and asking for milk, or asking for sodas, or asking. It is sad to see what's going on. I guess it's going on in the whole island, but I'm speaking here in West Bay, where I see it.
Do you still have a community development officer down there?
God, we need about 6 of them. There is one in the police. He is running himself to death from home to home. And
But
so
I'm
it's
talking about the social services department. We used to have community development officers through that department or ministry assigned to each district.
We only have one OC.
Yeah.
But we need about 6 down here.
Okay.
We need about 6, honest to God.
Okay. Have to go to a commercial
I try
break.
my best to. Thank you for your time. Good morning to all.
Thank you very much. Folks, please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
What's that? No sugar, same amazing taste? Coca-Cola Zero Sugar is here to stay. Classic taste, pure satisfaction. Be sure to stop into any Tortuga location and get your own case of Coke Zero. Or grab an ice-cold one straight from the cooler. Brought to you by Tortuga Distributors Limited. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling, Cayman.
For medical lab services in Cayman, go straight to MedLab.
For a full range of medical services, pleasant, clean and comfortable environment, no long lines and affordable fees, visit MedLab at the Smith Road Plaza. Open Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and half day on Saturdays. Call 949-7331 to make your appointment.
For medical lab services in Cayman, MedLab.
Ask our professional team about the benefits of cutting-edge technology with MedLab's new state-of-the-art digital mammogram machine.
We think it's time you crossed over to a new vehicle. And with the 2021 Toyota Corolla Cross now at Vamt Motors, you have plenty of reasons to make the switch. The crossover body and hybrid engine is a sleek design in a sturdy structure with a spacious interior that opens to extensive cargo space. Stuck in traffic? The high-performance self-charging hybrid system automatically switches between gas and electric vehicle mode, helping you lower both fuel costs and carbon emissions. The Corolla Cross has full LED lighting inside and out, an integrated display audio system with energy monitor, and a dual-zone climate control system to ensure comfort for all. Test drive the new 2021 Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid today at Vamt Motors, Walkers Road.
FedEx Delivery. Share this season with everyone by shipping your rum cakes and gifts with 30% off and get an additional 20% on your next shipment. Visit us. Restrictions apply.
The Paramore Carpet pre-Christmas sale is back. Wednesday, November 24th through Saturday, November 27th. Save big with assorted remnant tiles, 250 square foot, $100 a pallet. Assorted remnant granite slabs, $300 each. Area rugs, 35% off. Carpets, 25% off. Granite and marble slabs, 25% off. And all other in-house tiles, 20% off. Cash and carry or storage fees will apply. Visit the big sale at the Paramount Carpet from November 24th through the 27th, located at 317 North Sound Road, Industrial Park. Open Monday to Friday, 7:30 till 5 and Saturday, 7:30 till 2. Call 949-5000.
We do a whole lot more than just cover your floor at Paramount Carpet.
The COVID-19 vaccine is the best way to protect yourself, your loved ones, and our community. It is proven to be safe and effective. Our doctors stand behind the vaccine because it works, and it will save lives. If you are 50 years and older, a healthcare worker, or most at risk from COVID-19, and received your second dose at least 6 months ago, then you're now eligible to receive your third dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. Get vaccinated. Let's keep working together to protect the ones we love. Visit www.gov.ky/coronavirus to learn more.
For the record, with Ort Connor.
Initiating system. For information that matter. For the record, with Ort Connor. Continues right now on Radio Cayman.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. I have several things I want to share with you as well, and we do have something on what the other caller spoke about with the fines, and I'll research that later. But meanwhile, like I said, where there's smoke, there's fire. Someone has forwarded to me article attributed to Cayman Marl Road. Trying to find the date on here, and I'm going to read it verbatim to you. It's the November 23rd, 2021. And it says, breaking news, Holland, America, to call on Cayman next month, which is basically what the caller earlier this morning, one of her first callers, said. It says, exclusive Cayman Marl Road sources have indicated that Holland American Cruise Lines will be coming to the Cayman Islands on December the 28th, 2021, with some 1,600 passengers on board under extremely strict requirements for those tourists. The cruise line would be the first to call on the Cayman Islands since the borders were closed in early 2020. This trial run will have the same criteria in place that air travelers must now adhere to, including all passengers must be fully vaccinated. To mitigate the potential risk, Cayman will also be the first port of call for the cruise line after it leaves Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Children will not be allowed on board the cruise, and it will be operating at 50% capacity to allow for social distancing and other safety protocols. Passengers will also be conducting and submitting the results of a lateral flow test 24 hours before the boat reaches Cayman waters. The passenger manifesto has indicated, this must be manifest, but it says passenger manifesto has indicated that everyone is fully vaccinated, with the exception of one handicapped individual that was unable to take vaccine. He will not be disembarking from the ship whilst in Cayman. Travelers, I believe this says, travels it says, but I believe it's travelers, will have to fill out the requested online forms for Travel Cayman approval. Physical distancing will be managed in the cruise terminal as guests arrive and check in. Article goes on to say, at this stage, this is the only cruise line that has met Cayman's current Phase 4 criteria, but many see it as a step in the right direction for slowly reopening the country to cruise passengers and reinvigorating the many businesses that rely on cruise tourism. Cayman Marl Road sources believe they could be using the Pinnacle-class ship Rotterdam, which is the line's newest ship, to service the Caribbean. The ship kicked off its inaugural Caribbean sailing season on November 8th, boasts a library and a 3-deck atrium. United States lifted the ban on fully vaccinated international travelers on November 8th, blah, 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 on that. So, says on board all guests will be required to wear a face mask with no exceptions in elevators and in designated indoor entertainment areas, all retail shops, and in the casino except when eating or drinking. Holland American Line is providing a double-layered cloth mask for each guest on board. Face coverings such as bandanas, neck gaiters, and masks with exhaust valves are not allowed. Guests will also be required to wear face masks prior to being seated in our main dining rooms. Okay, so I'm not really interested too much about the ship as much as what happens in Cayman. But so this is a scoop by Marl Road. I would have thought, Miss Susan, get your attention, I would have thought that if there's a leak coming out of the glass house of the government administration building, that it would reach Radio Cayman before it reaches anyone else, because we share the same location almost. It's just, the parking lot across there. So anything that leaks from there should come to us first. Just my thought, folks. Just my thought. Just being, trying to be a little creative, when it comes to talking, about leaks as well. And speaking of Miss Susan, and first of all, let me say that all of the staff at Radio Cayman, they are excellent. excellent workers. They all do an excellent job, and as a result of that, that is why one of the reasons why Radio Cayman is so popular. But there are persons in Radio Cayman who have more exposure than others, depending on on what they do. And Miss Susan has I'll call it a frontline job to a certain extent, but an on-air job as well, where everyone will hear her. Then she plays the music, as well. And then she updates the Facebook page and tries to keep everyone informed of what is happening. So when the accolades come in about Miss Susan or anyone in Radio Cayman, I will share them with you. So this one says, "Good morning, OCI heard that gentleman who called Monday with the accolades for Susan. I want to second it because it's been long overdue. That woman is an asset to Radio Cayman and quite deserving." The person says, "I tell you one thing. Any day she is no longer there for whatever reason, Radio Cayman done. Doors closed. Period. And the whole Cayman would mourn without that authentic, unmatched voice from the bluff, that of none other than Miss Susan Watson. Blessings." The lady from the bluff, not on the bluff, but from the bluff. And here's another one. I hope I haven't been timed out of this yet, but I want to send out kudos to Miss Reba as well, and this has been shared with me. Says the ongoing a design award competition in Italy has further promoted the winning awards. Reba has been named a design hero as an innovator, a visionary of good design. If you visit the A Design Award and Competition website, it is all there. First Caymanian to receive this award. Kudos and congratulations to Ms. Reba. We do have a caller. Do you want to do the headline news first? Okay, let's grab the caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, O.C.
Good morning, good morning.
Yeah, may I help you with your talking?
Yes, I need the help. I need it.
All right. Well, just put it this way. Just say Susan full of style.
Full of style.
Full of style.
Yes.
Because let me tell you something. She warm up. She keep you warm in the morning, man. Believe you me. And, when you listen to Cheryl Thompson, and you listen to Sabrina, and you listen to Susan, why if somebody really don't listen to Radio Cayman, then want to listen to no radio, man.
So true. I agree with you.
When you look at when you listen to the voice, believe me, very encouraging, man. And in every step of the way, Susan always be the head of it.
Yes.
So we just want to call and say, Susan, full of style.
Thank you very much for that. Radio Cayman, one of the best investments that the government of the Cayman Islands has made, and it has survived throughout the years, and it is the one fixture that the Cayman Islands, the people of the Cayman Islands, can be proud of, because this is one entity that you can say is yours, belongs to you. With that, we're going to go to headline news. Please stay tuned For the Record. We'll be back shortly.
Today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice.
Local, regional, international. This is Headlines from Radio Cayman's newsroom.
Today's biggest news.
Government reported 192 cases of COVID-19 on Tuesday, all but one attributed to community spread. This brought the total number of active cases in the community to 4,045 as of 8 a.m. on Tuesday, with 29 patients hospitalized. Poland is warning that restrictions could be reintroduced if infection rates don't start to fall. The 28,380 new infections there in the last 24 hours is a 17% increase from cases reported a week ago. Temporary hospitals have been reactivated to accommodate a rising number of hospitalizations in the country. It comes as the World Health Organization says a further 700,000 people could die of COVID by March in Europe and parts of Asia. Some 1.5 million COVID deaths have already been recorded in the WHO's Europe region of 53 countries. It warns of, quote, higher extreme stress and intensive care units in 49 countries by March as Europe battles surging cases. Those are your headlines. I'm Karsley Fuller.
For the latest in news and information,
follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Download the Radio Cayman app or log on to our website, radiocayman.gov.ky.
For the record, with Ort Connor.
Initiating system. For information that matter. For the record, with Ort Connor. Continues right now on Radio Cayman.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. No guests in the studio. We do have an open mic. I want to share with you now an article from the British Virgin Islands. As you know, British Virgin Islands, Bermuda, Turks and Caicos, we're all overseas territories. We have so much in common with each other. We all have that tourism product that we rely on, our tourism industry for revenues for our islands as well, amongst other things. So this article talks about tourists happy with the relaxed rules, and this is a statement by the made by the tourism board director in the BVI, and the director goes on to say that our government has taken a phased approach to reopening the territory during COVID-19 pandemic. And what was gazetted on the 16th of November is another step towards easing the COVID-19 protocols for travelers arriving in the British Virgin Islands. That was a statement that he made on yesterday, the 23rd of November. He also added, it's quoted as saying, "We are very encouraged with the response from travelers to the phased relaxation of our protocols, as our tourism partners have reported strong bookings for 2021-2022 tourism season reminiscent of pre-pandemic numbers." And I'm going to pause there for a second because, we're hearing in the Cayman Islands, and this may be unofficially, that, we don't have that many bookings. Remember, there was a time in the Cayman Islands when the tourism industry, including the restaurant industry, never told you how well they were doing, how much their bookings were up, whether or not that was because they didn't want. No, I'm not going to say this. I was going to say something about the room taxes and stuff like that, but I'm not going to say that. Maybe they didn't want their competitors and the competition to know how well they were doing. So you never hear when things are going good, but you hear in Cayman when things are not going that well and when they claim that they're not making a lot of money. So we hope that they will be extremely transparent when it comes to bookings in the Cayman Islands, and do not use low bookings in any way to try to influence one way or another any decisions that are made in the Cayman Islands. So the BVI says that their bookings are up. Their industry partners are, quite optimistic about it. He also added that we are encouraged with the response from travelers to the phased relaxation of our protocols. I think I read that already. The director added that guests should be reminded to conform and comply with the COVID-19 protocols of the countries they are returning or transiting through. Some countries require testing, blah, blah, blah. And it talks about travelers returning by ferry. Article goes on to say that the government of the Virgin Islands announced via the official Virgin Islands Gazette on the 16th of November that fully vaccinated travelers in the territory are no longer required to test for COVID-19 upon arrival. Travelers would have to produce a negative result for a RT-PCR or approved rapid antigen SARS-CoV-2 test taken no later than 48 hours before arrival in the territory. So there's his 48 hours. Fully vaccinated passengers that present proof of vaccination and a negative test results are also no longer required to pre-register on the Hummingbird portal. That's their travel portal that they have. However, fully vaccinated passengers who present a negative test older than 48 hours, whether due to reasons such as delays and overnight layovers, will be required to pre-register on the Hummingbird portal and take a rapid antigen test on the day of arrival in the territory. Pre-registration is based on the port of arrival. Travelers traveling, just is local stuff about the Western terminals and stuff like that. It says the protocols for unvaccinated and partially vaccinated travelers remain the same. This includes the requirements to seek travel authorization via the BVI Gateway portal, test on arrival and quarantine for 7 and 4 days respectively. Additionally, the Gazette also announced that fully vaccinated cruise ship passengers or crew members who embark a cruise ship and have a negative test result from a PCR or approved rapid antigen test before arrival in the territory shall not be required to be tested for COVID-19 upon arrival in the territory and shall be allowed to move freely within the territory, adhering to all the territory's COVID-19 protocols. So very quickly there, I shared with you what the protocols are for the British Virgin Islands. It is interesting. We should look at those. We should also monitor what happens in the BVI, whether or not their numbers increase as far as COVID-19 infections. And maybe we can learn something from this, because our government has said that they remain flexible in terms of their approach. And one way to learn is to learn from not only the actions, but also the results that others have achieved as well. We do have a caller. Let's go to the phone lines. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record. Good morning, caller. Welcome. Okay. That caller hung up. I'm going to share something else with you. Doing a lot of sharing this morning, folks. It is Thanksgiving, so I'm sharing. You would have heard me on other occasions talk about the fact that we need to have influence in the United States of America, in Washington, D.C. We need to have lobbyists there for the Cayman Islands. We should not just simply rely on the UK British Embassy over there to do things for us. And in the past, we have hired consultants, lobbying groups, the Livingston Group at one point in time we had over there as well, to help us with some of the issues that we may have with the United States. So, former Premier of Bermuda, Sir John Swan, warned in the Royal Gazette of the need for new friends in the United States corridors of power. So he's talking about new friends. I'm saying here in the Cayman Islands, we need friends, period. The new ones, the fact that he's used the term new friends means that they had old ones there. So, Bermuda, the article goes on to talk about the fact that Bermuda will lose an ally in the heart of the U.S. establishment after a veteran congressman with Bermudan ties retires, a former premier warned yesterday. That is Premier John Swan. John Swan said the decision by G.K. Butterfield, whose father was Bermudan, to stand down underscored the need for the island to find new friends in Washington, D.C. He added, I am sorry to hear of his retirement, but all these things are inevitable. When these voices are lost, some people assume they can do what they want to do without regard as to what the consequences will be. He's quoted as saying, it is now up to us to build more allies. It only takes one or two people who can raise a voice for Bermuda. So John was speaking after Mr. Butterfield, a Democrat, said he would quit his North Carolina seat in the House of Representatives after 17 years. The former United Bermuda Party premier said Bermuda should emphasize its close relationship with America as tensions grew among the power blocs of the U.S., China, and Russia. He added, we are almost a suburb of the U.S., and we need to promote the message that what benefits Bermuda benefits the U.S. Mr. Butterfield, 74, helped secure the release of a container of high protection N95 masks for Bermuda in the early stages of the coronavirus after then President Donald Trump slammed an export ban on personal protective equipment. Mr. Butterfield, who has served in Congress since 2004, worked as Deputy Chief Whip for his party and was chair of the influential Congressional Black Caucus. The congressman and his staff had to lock themselves in his office in the Rayburn, that would be the Sam Rayburn building across the street from the U.S. Capitol as pro-Donald Trump insurrectionists rioted on January the 6th. Mr. Butterfield wrote at the time, I am safe and monitoring the violent uprising that is ongoing in the U.S. Capitol complex. Please pray for our country. Mr. Butterfield used his retirement announcement to attack Republicans who control the state for racially gerrymandering his district before next year's election. His father, G.K. Butterfield, who emigrated to the United States from Bermuda, was a dentist and was elected to the City Council of Wilson, North Carolina in the 1950s. But Dr. Butterfield was the first black elected official in eastern North Carolina since the Civil War ended in 1865. So Sir John's message is Bermuda needs new friends in the U.S. corridors of power. My message is we need to reestablish our connections with the U.S. by ensuring, if we have not already done so, that we engage the services of a reputable and influential lobbying group for the Cayman Islands in the United States of America as well. Time for us to take a commercial break. Folks, please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
Had a look at those investment options yet? Too busy. Look at today. Workout, breakfast, take the kids to school, back-to-back meetings, take Pepper to the vet, and she's apparently got allergies now, so... And that was all before 12. But you look relaxed.
That's because my money's as busy as you.
With RF, you can access the best in local and international investments to keep your money busy, so you can spend more time focusing on you. Contact us at rfgroup.com to find out more. RF, money at work.
Since March 2004, West Bay Pharmacy has kept their doors open to the local communities, even before, during, and after Hurricane Ivan. At West Bay Pharmacy, our staff provides so much more than pharmaceutical excellence. From the moment you walk through our doors to completing your cash out, our staff will have put your healthcare concerns at ease. We would like to take this moment to thank our loyal friends and customers. To us at West Bay Pharmacy, our patients are our primary concern. We provide thorough background checks and precise calculations to ensure your medical safety. Thank you for being a part of our family and for choosing West Bay Pharmacy, where we care about your health.
More ways to win big this Christmas. The more you watch, listen, and stream your favorite Digicel apps, the more chances you have to win from thousands of prizes. Enter to win the grand prizes of U.S. $10,000 cash, U.S. $5,000 cash, or a Digicel family pack with 4 smartphones and free service for a year. Simply listen to your favorite Christmas carols in D Music, watch movies in Play Go, live sports in Sportsmax, or connect with friends in BIP and join BIP Rewards channel for daily prizes. Claim your guaranteed prize every Saturday. Shake to win in the My Digicel app today. Digicel, better together this Christmas.
This is an extraordinary Black Friday at Tomlinson Furniture and the Mattress Gallery. 2 days only. Friday the 26th and Saturday the 27th of November. Huge savings on everything in stock. Up to 40% off. This is the largest sale of the year. The perfect time to replace your mattress. The perfect time to buy your bedroom set, sofas, and anything you need for the home. This is where you get the best deals in town. So get ready for Christmas. Friday the 26th and Saturday the 27th of November. You have to hurry. It is while supplies last. Tomlinson Building on Walker's Road.
Hot Zone Sports. 1 day Black Friday sale. Friday, November 26th. 2 locations. Cannon Place Industrial Park and Lamar Village in West Bay. All items in US dollar. Reebok, Jordans, Adidas, Nike, Puma. Get in quick and get the hottest sports deals. Look hot. Feel hot. Hot Zone Sports. 1 day. Only US dollar sale. Friday, November 26th. Cannon Place Industrial Park and Lamar Village in West Bay.
We are now in the hurricane season, and to survive a hurricane, you need to be informed. If you have been informed by official sources that a hurricane is approaching the Cayman Islands, and you live in a low-lying area that is prone to flooding or near the beaches, which may be swept by high tides or storm waves, please seek a safe place and high ground. If the only way for you to get to a safe place is a road that is also likely to be flooded during a storm, please leave home early. Don't run the risk of being stranded. This has been a public service announcement from your community station, Radio Cayman.
For the record, with Ort Connor.
Initiating system. For information that matters. For the record, with Ort Connor. Continues right now on Radio Cayman.
Good morning. Welcome back to For the Record. We lost a caller before. I think they have rejoined us now. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, O.C.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm glad to hear you. Oh, Lord.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is your best friend. O.C.
Go right ahead. You may want to turn your radio off, though.
Off?
Okay.
Okay. What I want to really find out is how did the government give these politicians money to help people fix up their houses, and is nothing done about them?
Okay, you're talking about that there was. It was a small amount that was given. Was it something like about 15,000? That was more for the cleanup after the storm.
No. After that, they got money from the government to fix up people's houses after Grace.
Yeah, that was 15,000.
Because Bernie told, when I spoke to Bernie told me that him and Joan Lee was going out and they was going to locate people's houses that was damaged, and they was going to help them.
Okay.
And I never heard one word about that ever since.
Okay, I'll try to see what we can find out about that.
Yeah, because my house is in a bad shape. With lice is eating that down.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, they got sufficient enough time and had sufficient enough time to help people and to and make them know.
And it would be good if you could have that done for Christmas, wouldn't it?
Oh, wow. That would be a Christmas present.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But we would have to find some way to go because, I mean, we'd have had to knock it down and rebuild it.
Oh, they wouldn't be able to do anything with you in there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Okay. Oh, I'll try to see what I can find out about it and certainly announce it on here as well.
Okay.
Thank you, and thank you for raising it as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. We have another caller, Ms. Susan. Okay, one of our listeners has written and said, good morning. Not only do we need lobbyists, but we also need a Cayman office in Washington and Brussels with Caymanians networking and telling our story. Sadly, this was cancelled by the government. Hopefully, it will be reinstated in the coming budget. It would also serve as a good training ground to develop our people in the art of diplomacy, building blocks for our ongoing development. And then they have also shared with me that based on what the caller, the topic that the caller just raised, says that applications have been handed in for housing repairs, but nothing has happened. So it'll be interesting to see, what is in the government's budget in regards to many of these things that have been mentioned here. And this writer has also echoed what Dr. McPhail has said constantly about training grounds for our diplomats in the event that at some point in time we end up having to represent ourselves abroad, that we need to have people trained in those areas. And one way for that to be done would be to seek the assistance of the United Kingdom government to have some of our civil servants get jobs in the United Nations. Of course, many of the jobs assigned in the United Nations, some are on the basis of merit, and some are on the basis of your national origin as well. So, for instance, the United Kingdom has a quota of the number of persons that will be employed at the UN by them. So every country has that. Unfortunately, all of the overseas territories would fall under the ambit of the United Kingdom. So if we don't lobby ourselves for that, I don't know when it'll happen. I heard a story of a young Caymanian who worked at one of the British embassies, was living in the UK, worked at one of the British embassies, had a promising career. I haven't heard any more about him in recent years. But yes, we need to take the initiative ourselves and start to expose our people to the outside world, to the international community, to international affairs, so that when the time comes, we at least can't say we're not ready in that aspect of it. We have two callers. Let's go to the phone lines. First caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record. Good morning. Hey, good morning. How are you?
Yeah, good morning, Miss O.C. I'm on health and strength on. I can't complain.
Thanks. Great. Good to know.
Yeah, Miss O.C., give me 3 minutes, maybe fast, wrap it up. Right?
Sure, go ahead. Take your time. Go ahead.
First of all, I got to pick up Miss O.C., right?
Okay.
Regardless, like, if you have a rough day, you hear a voice, it motivates you, and just like all kind of genre music.
Oh, great.
Right?
Okay.
But Miss O.C., now, I'm talking reality now, my horizon in life now. Okay, Miss O.C., Monday night now, right? Jamaica Coast Guard DDF, they seized 920 kilograms or 2,000 pounds of cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Whatever the volume is, okay? And several months ago, the JDF and the police had a shootout with a certain hybrid high grade. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right now, Germany is in the pipeline now of legalizing ganja for recreation in all the metropolitan European countries. We'll proceed with that.
Mm-hmm.
So the boss now, Colombia, although we did get already the hurdles, but Colombia now going to legalize for medical purpose. Okay? Mr. O.C., now Friday now the MPs assemble a gathering in the Parliament, right? To discuss the budget, 2-year budget.
Yeah.
Okay. What they need to know is consider what other countries are doing elsewhere, right? Because those other countries, whatever turmoil was or whatever it was, they put confidence to the citizens, restore confidence, reassurance. You see where I'm coming from? I hope before they dissolve the Parliament, they better consider it and start stalling. Okay? And for the critics that always against it, it's a norm. Accept that, move on. We interest in the era, Mr. OC. Okay? We got to think president in the future. Those Ramiro's gone, the brothers was gone. So, despite the pandemic, it's a crisis, it's a plague, but that reality, it's a facelift, Botox reality.
So true.
Have a good day, man. Cool.
Thank you very much. You do the same as well, and please stay safe. Next caller, good morning, welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, OC.
Good morning, how are you?
Yeah, not bad at all. This morning I called to talk about the insurance.
Okay.
Cayman first, to be specific. Now, I had an accident on the 1st of February this year, and I broke my back. I was transported to the Cayman Island Hospital, and the hospital contacted the insurance for coverage for my operation. And the insurance, Cayman first, denied coverage. The operation was, I don't remember the specific name, but it's a medical cement they use to fix the back. And Cayman first, my insurance I have for over 20 years, told the hospital that it was not necessary. And I lay in that hospital for 2 days in pain without Cayman insurance coverage. I had to tell the hospital that I have to find ways and means to pay this so that I will get this operation done.
And what was the reason that? And I'm going to avoid calling the name of the company, for legal reasons, and I'm going to ask you to do the same. But what was the insurance company's reason for denying you the request?
So it was not necessary.
Okay.
With a broken back.
Okay.
They said the operation was not necessary.
Okay.
That's their reason.
And
go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna just seeking some clarity. And your doctor didn't push back on that. That's my first question. And the other question is, do you have the ability to engage the services of a lawyer to challenge what the insurance company has told you? Because you have a contractual agreement with them. Their word, while they may have a quote-unquote final say, their word is not, their opinion is not God's word. It's not Bible, as we would say. You should be able to challenge that. Normally, when they see you are prepared to challenge them, that is when you will see some results. So those were my 2 questions. Go right ahead.
That's what I'm going now. I challenged them.
Yeah,
because I end up in the ICU in the hospital. And it's a long story, but I just get into the point. I challenged them with a law firm, and they go behind the law firm knowledge and go pay. Just last month here, they paid the hospital and paid the doctor and deny paying the law firm for their service. So that's my argument right now.
Okay, so you're seeking costs that you incurred as a result of having to challenge them.
Exactly. Then they go ahead, pay the hospital, pay the doctor, but deny paying the law firm. So I'm leaving now with a huge bill, and I think that is totally unfair.
Well, again, the only problem is that unless you have deep pockets, and those insurance companies, they have deep pockets, they can take everything so far that you'll run out of money long time before they will. But that's another challenge that I'm sure that can be mounted as well. Yeah. I want to thank that caller for that as well. And if anyone has any suggestions that they want to share with that caller, please feel free to do so. We have a caller on hold, but do you want to take the break first? We're going to take a break, quick break, and we're going to grab the call as soon as we return, so please stay tuned.
We think it's time you crossed over to a new vehicle. And with the 2021 Toyota Corolla Cross now at Vamped Motors, you have plenty of reasons to make the switch. The crossover body and hybrid engine is a sleek design in a sturdy structure with a spacious interior that opens to extensive cargo space. Stuck in traffic? The high-performance self-charging hybrid system automatically switches between gas and electric vehicle mode, helping you lower both fuel costs and carbon emissions. The Corolla Cross has full LED lighting inside and out, an integrated display audio system with energy monitor, and a dual-zone climate control system to ensure comfort for all. Test drive the new 2021 Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid today at Vamt Motors, Walkers Road.
What's that? No sugar, same amazing taste? Coca-Cola Zero Sugar is here to stay. Classic taste, pure satisfaction. Be sure to stop into any Tortuga location and get your own case of Coke Zero. Or grab an ice-cold one straight from the cooler. Brought to you by Tortuga Distributors Limited. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling, Cayman.
The 8:10 a.m. weather report, Monday through Friday, is proudly sponsored by Pan American International Insurance Corporation. Pan American International Insurance Corporation, meeting the life, accident, and health insurance needs of individuals and businesses to ensure financial security and peace of mind. For more information, call 949-8304 or visit www.palig.com. That's PALIG.com.
Planning for the hurricane season can be stressful, especially because COVID-19 remains a concern. To help you safely prepare, here's some tips from the Public Health Department. Have a fully stocked first aid kit. Make sure you have face coverings, hand sanitizers, and disinfectants should you need to evacuate to a shelter. Ensure a sufficient supply of medications for people with illnesses. Ensure immunizations are up to date, and when eligible, take your COVID-19 vaccine. Ensure a sufficient supply of food and clean water for every member of your family. For more guidance to update your emergency hurricane plans due to coronavirus, visit www.caymanprepared.gov.ky. This message is brought to you by the Public Health Department in partnership with the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
For the record, with Ort Connor.
Initiating system. For information that matter. For the record, with Ort Connor. Continues right now on Radio Cayman.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. No guests in the studio. I believe we lost a caller that we had. We're going to go back to, we hope that caller will call back so that we can continue to dialogue with her as well. I got a WhatsApp message about UCCI and their reasons for closing the campus for the rest of the year. And this was, so they closed the campus 2019-2021, extends closure, UCI transitions to online teaching. I'm trying to confirm the reasons why they have before I actually read anything in regards to that. Meanwhile, Miss Susan, let's go back to our old reliable Trade Winds newspaper, because I had so much that I wanted to share, about that as well. So we heard Rambo talk about the Jamaica Coast Guard season on the 24th of November, 1966. Trade Winds newspaper reported that a catch of ganja was found on the Kirk Trader. The commissioner of police at that point in time, chief of police, I think it was called then, R.S. Besant, was headed up the team that boarded the Kirk Trader on her arrival and seized a quantity of ganja following a tip-off that the drug was being smuggled into Grand Cayman. So smuggling ganja into Cayman, nothing new. Not that I condone it, not saying that I condone it, but 1966, 56 years, 55 years, 56 years ago. Yeah, we had it right here in the Cayman Islands as well. And there's a picture with Chief of Police Besant and Constable Radley Gerzong looking at the seizure as well. I spoke earlier about the Rotarian and Mr. Carl Brown, and I promised that I would share that with him. I think I just glossed over it, so I'm going to share that article. Cayman Islands Rotary Club was honored with a visit from a distinguished Rotarian from Rotary International on Sunday in 1966 in the person of Mr. Enriquez Ibarra, who was the head of the Ibarra division of the Rotary, embracing 1,600 clubs with 60,000 members. Mr. Ibarra had been in attendance at the recent convention in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and visited Cayman for the day, following visits to clubs in Haiti and Jamaica. Mr. Ibarra came from Mexico, but lived for some years in Cuba before joining the staff of Rotary International 10 years ago, blah, 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 on that. Says, during the meeting, it was reported that Mr. Frank Taylor, the conservative member of the visiting Commonwealth parliamentarians, we had a Commonwealth Parliamentary Association meeting here at the same time, and he was unable to attend because of other commitments, as well. The captain of the Kirk Trader at that time was a gentleman by the name of W.D. Ebanks. I'm trying to figure out who that was as well. And here's a big one for you. If you didn't know this before, Rum Point opening 1966. Friendly natives paddled into shore in their genuine Cayman-style Hawaiian outrigger canoe at the Rum Point Club party and lure Sunday afternoon's official opening of the club. And of course, the owners of that club at that time, they talks about Miss Doris Parker and her able naval navigator, King Sanders Sherwood, as well. The Martians, they played. Those of you who are old enough to remember, you remember a group called the Martians? I think Teacher Mark Field was part of that group as well, the Martians. They played the outrigger ashore in a ceremony that was done. So that was 1966. The Rum Point Club opened. Triple C dinner, what was on that? The Parent Teachers Association of Triple C School planning a Thanksgiving dinner for Friday the 25th of November in order to raise funds for the painting of the school building. And of course, we know Triple C School was Church of God school connected with Kalamazoo, Michigan in the United States. It says the traditional Thanksgiving dinner of turkey and dressings plus all the trimmings will be served for all those who prefer ham to turkey. It will be available. Tickets were at that time you could purchase tickets for the dinner. Serving began at 5:30, continue until 7:30, and the price of a ticket was 10 shillings for adults and 7 shillings for children under the age of 12. And when you compare that to Mr. Charlie Barnes' Thanksgiving dinner at Buttonwood Club, his was 7 shillings, for a dinner as well. What else do we have? I told you about the boat, the Pilgrim, that was in Cayman, and took out to sea when we had our first northwester in Cayman. And of course, those days, I guess this wouldn't be considered personal information today in terms of data protection, but in the 60s, the newspapers, if you travel, they put your name in the paper if you were coming or going at the airport. Miss Francis, who was one of the reporters there, or Miss Ardith, they were right there at the airport, and they knew who was going, and they'd take your name down, and next week you'll find your name in the paper saying that you traveled. So if you were leaving for any nefarious reason, you would be outed, because it would be in the newspaper, the next issue of the newspaper as well. That was the same year that also that the Thompson building, A.L. Thompson building, was opened as well. An article talk about the ultra-modern A.L. Thompson building, encompassing 7,000 square feet. Folks, in the 1960s in Cayman, that was a huge lot. That was a lot of space. So it encompassed 7,000 square feet of ground across from the post office in Georgetown, and it was officially open on the Friday the 25th. A large crowd of friends and well-wishers gathered about the main entrance to the lower-level hardware store as the master of ceremonies, Mr. C.A. Hunter, and that C would have been for Clifton, Mr. Clifton Hunter, welcomed those present. The administrator at that time, Mr. John A. Cumber, he gave a short address, after which Elder Dowring Bush received an appropriate prayer. Another prayer was also offered by the Reverend John Lord. The store was officially opened when Mrs. Cumber cut the broad blue tape stretched across the entrance of the store. Ms. Cumber was also presented with a beautiful basket of flowers by Mr. and Mrs. Thompson's daughter. Hardware store offers a complete line of general hardware, including lumber, pipes, building materials, all attractively laid out and on display counters. And I just want to say this, folks, A.L. Thompson still exists today, still in Caymanian hands. What does that tell you? That tells you that if Caymanians want to thrive, if they want to be successful, in the right conditions, the right environment, it can be done. We don't always have to sell out to someone coming, with an open checkbook. Businesses can remain in Caymanian hands. And one great example of that, A.L. Thompson, they opened their store. That's only the store on I'm trying to remember what Shedden Road. It would part of Shedden Road. That's only the store there. But remember, they existed before that, but that's when they opened that 7,000 square foot store as well. We have to take a commercial break. We have 2 callers on hold. As soon as we return, we will take those calls. I didn't realize it's so close to 10 o'clock when you're having fun and when your mouth is yapping. You lose track of time, Miss Susan. Let's take that commercial break, and I promise you, folks, I will take your calls as soon as we return. So please stay tuned.
For medical lab services in Cayman, go straight to MedLab.
For a full range of medical services, pleasant, clean and comfortable environment, no long lines and affordable fees, visit MedLab at the Smith Road Plaza. Open Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and half day on Saturdays. Call 949-7331 to make your appointment.
For medical lab services in Cayman, MedLab.
Ask our professional team about the benefits of cutting-edge technology with MedLab's new state-of-the-art digital mammogram machine.
Make your house into a home
Welcome to Brand Source Home Gallery, your source for premium products and a premium experience. We'll design and install your dream kitchen with crafted cabinets, complemented with elegant appliances. We'll fill it with quality houseware and cookware. Custom-designed closet and storage solutions organize and beautify any area. And with the finest bedding, you'll get a perfect night's sleep knowing Brand Source Home Gallery has everything you need to make your house a home.
Had a look at those investment options yet?
Too busy. Look at today. Workout, breakfast, take the kids to school, back-to-back meetings, take Pepper to the vet, and she's apparently got allergies now, so... And that was all before 12. But you look relaxed.
That's because my money's as busy as you.
With RF, you can access the best in local and international investments to keep your money busy, so you can spend more time focusing on you. Contact us at rfgroup.com to find out more. RF, money at work.
If, like me, you are 50 years and older, if you're a healthcare worker, or you're most at risk from COVID-19, and if you have received your second dose at least 6 months ago, then you are now eligible to receive your third dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. The COVID-19 vaccine is the best way to protect yourself, your loved ones, and our whole community. It is proven to be safe and effective, and our doctors stand behind the vaccine. Why? Because it works. And it will save lives. So please, get vaccinated and let's keep working together to protect the ones we love. For more information, you can visit www.gov.ky/coronavirus and you'll learn some more.
For the record, with Ort Connor.
Initiating system. For information that matters. For the record, with Ort Connor. Continues right now on Radio Cayman.
Good morning. Welcome back to For the Record. 2 callers on hold. First caller, good morning. Welcome.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'd just like to mention one thing that I really don't hear a lot about, and that is regarding the garbage truck workers, employees. And, you know, their job to me is one of the most modest, but yet most important jobs that a person holds. And I think that sometimes we lack considering that and knowing, you know, how important it is. And I think they're sometimes not recognized as much as they should be.
And which workers were those? I missed that part. I'm sorry. My apologies.
The people from that work on the garbage truck.
Oh, yes.
Collecting garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that is one of the most important yet humble jobs that a person holds. And I feel that they lack recognition from the people of our country, including government. And I think it is almost, so sad sometimes when you see the humbleness in them, and yet they're so willing to do their jobs that I just feel that individually, we as people too, you know, each household, everyone can do something, you know, nice for them, recognizing them, give them something during Christmas, or, you know, make sure we have water on hand that we can offer them a bottle of water. Sometimes, you know, just recognizing them, or even saying, you know, have a safe day. You know, I value your service. It is just that I think, in my opinion, that they're not recognized as much as they should, because a lot of people, you know, frontline workers, other people, you know, get rewarded. Their jobs may be very important, but most of them are working under safe conditions. And these people's lives are so much at risk, their health. Sometimes the garbage that they have to, you know, encounter with, collect, that we as some people, you know, would never dare take that job. So I just say that, especially during Thanksgiving time, Christmas time, that I think they should be considered or respected, I would say, and more, and you know, more than some of we have other government employees don't provide the customer service that these people do, and yet they're recognized so much for it.
So true. Thank
I'm
you.
just putting that out this morning for those that hold positions that are in the shade, are very comfortable with their salaries, and yet we are protected. Our health is protected mainly through these garbage collectors, persons that collect our garbage.
Certainly.
We just have to think about that a little bit, and sometimes, go down, humble ourselves a little bit and recognize who it is behind these big jobs, even with the COVID, who is helping to keep us really safe. I think more of them need to be recognized. So we'll see where that goes. But
okay,
I do
thank you.
pray for their safety.
Thank you.
And pray for an increase in their salaries.
Thank you very much for that. And I must say that whenever Mr. Sims gets an opportunity, he will heap praises on his workers. He's certainly appreciative, of them, because he is in recognition of the fact that what they do reflects on him as well. But he has high praises for his workers. But like the caller said, we need to recognize them as well. And there are some countries, even big cities like in New York, neighbors, they have their little Christmas gift ready, and they hand out either money or some sort of gift to the garbage workers, the guys who work on the trucks, and who they see at least once a week there as well. Let's grab the last caller for the morning. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record. Good morning, caller. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, O.C.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Extremely thankful, and you?
I'm good, thanks.
Okay, nice to hear. Okay, 2 suggestions here.
Okay, let's hear 'em.
Okay, my name is James Sterling Banks III, better known as Jimmy, as an explanation. Okay, I complained about the garbage containers workers years ago, many years ago, concerning the way they are on these garbage trucks, hanging on to the sides of these garbage trucks. I asked the public or the government to fix something on those trucks that these caretakers of our environment can sit in while the vehicle is moving, instead of hanging on to the truck and being a danger to the driver in the back of the truck.
Yep, we understand. Yeah, we understand what you're saying. Okay, yeah.
Strokes happen, and the person in the back of that going to get blamed for what happened. This is the second time I'm saying it.
Okay.
It's easy to do. It's very easy to do. I give Mr. Richard Sims credit for what he's doing. They're doing a good job. They need to be recognized completely by government through the public. We can do that. That's easy for us to do.
Okay, got you.
Okay. That's number one.
Okay, so very quickly on number two. Almost time for us to go.
We have to see that Mrs. Susan stays on that job until she feels like she wants to retire. Because if you nobody going to take her place. And we need to have a fund started for Mrs. Susan. And I know you're good at that. So let's put that up.
Put that in gear. Okay, got you. Thank you very much for that, caller. I'm looking for that. I'm trying to confirm something. I spoke about UCCI, and the word is that UCCI, the lack of the absence of lateral flow tests is one of the reasons why the campus is closed. And this individual say that they called the campus, and that's what they were told as well. So I'm still in the process of trying to follow up on that. I just wanted to mention the fact that it was raised by someone. I'm not saying that is the case, but it is something that I will be inquiring into, trying to find exactly the reasons why the campus has chosen to close for the remainder of the year. Our good friend, Mr. Ivan, the Devil in West Bay. I haven't heard from him in quite a while, but if he's listening, I wonder if he remembers in 1966 that he brought in 3 prized goats. He brought them in for breeding purposes from Jamaica under Kirk Trader in 1966. And there's a photograph of him in the Tradewinds newspaper along with Lemmy Ebanks, Mr. Lemuel Ebanks, holding the goats along with him. They say the goats were kind of unruly at that point in time. I guess that long trip on the Kirk Trader was probably a little bit stressful, for them as well. So, Mr. Ivan, you remember 1966, you brought those goats into Cayman. North Side, there was some news on North Side as well in 1966, and some of you may recognize some of those names. I'm going to try to find them before I go off the air. North Side News, where are you? North Side News, births, North Side News, okay. So in 1966, it says, last Thursday, Messrs. Barton Whitaker, Walter Brown, and Ransford McLean left the island to begin work on national bulk carriers. And then what else happened at that time? Mr. and Mrs. Ryworth Challenger went to Jamaica. Mr. Leroy Powell returned on Sunday from work on the Imperial St. Lawrence. What else did we have in Northside at that point in time? Mr. Sylvester Bell, Mr. and Mrs. Sylvester Bell, happy parents of a baby girl born the 20th of November in Georgetown Hospital. That was the first child then. What else? Mr. Olney Ebanks left Thursday for the United States to renew his residential papers. He returned on Sunday. So we had people with their green cards, U.S. residency, and still live in Cayman and go back to renew it. These days, I think they're a little much tougher on you. If you don't spend time in the United States, if they will pull that green card from you right at the port of entry as well. What else can I share with you very quickly, because I only have a minute and a half left. I better do my closing remarks instead. We had another wedding in Cayman Brac at that point in time too, and that wedding was held at the home of Mr. Taylor Foster, and that marriage was between Havilah Elizabeth Hines, and she became the wife of Mr. Rail Foster in Cayman Brac at that point in time as well. Folks, this is a treasure trove, these Tradewinds newspapers as well. I want to thank all of you this morning, those who called in, those who sent WhatsApp messages as well. I hope I was able to cover all of them. Those who are celebrating a birthday today, again, Mr. George Gillette, enjoy your day. Have a happy 72nd birthday to you as well. So, folks, I want to thank you for allowing Radio Cayman, and by extension, For the Record, into your homes, into your vehicles, as you traverse the busy roads of the Cayman Islands into your places of work, wherever that may be. I also want to remind you that we are our brothers and our sisters' keepers. There is always someone out there who's less fortunate than we are, and I ask you to extend a helping hand to them. If you can't do that, then I suggest you donate to a worthy charity, because we always want to consider those who need, not necessarily those who want or even those who crave. So I say to you, have a great day. Continue to support your radio station, Radio Cayman. Join Sterling Dwayne Banks or someone guest hosting for him at 12:15. And as usual, we ask the good Lord to bless these three beautiful, wonderful Cayman Islands.
For the Record is brought to you by Vamped Motors, the only authorized Ford and Toyota dealership serving the Cayman Islands. Coca-Cola, available across the Cayman Islands from Tortuga distributors. Accept no substitutes. Taste the feeling with Coca-Cola. Brand Source Home Gallery, inspiring luxury. MedLab in Smith Road Plaza, your complete medical laboratory solution. Call 949-7331. West Bay Pharmacy, taking care of your health. And RF Group, money at work.